I have them in sequential order too, because it actually works out that we have Captain America last.
Rock on, man. Well, here we go. You ready? You
Ready.
charged up? You pumped up? Ready to take it to the next level? All right, then. Welcome to the Itch Network podcast, where we discuss all things happening with movies and video games. I'm Spencer, and I'm talking with my good friend, Ninja C. Ninja, how are you?
I'm doing great, Spence. Let's go.
Let's get it!
You have way too much energy for me. I'm trying to match it.
Yeah. I have no energy. I don't know why I'm doing that, but apparently we're kicking it to the high gear. Yeah, we got a big show ahead of us today. We got a whole bunch of movies. You can see the IMDb tabs up there. So if you like movies, stick around. We got you covered. And we're going to have a little quiz for you about St. Patrick's Day. It just happened, but I figure we can test how much you know about it. You said you were an expert, so I'm going to see.
I am Scottish Irish, so.
Google announced its new foray into video games. I almost said console. Whoops. We'll talk about that. And then apparently there's a World Video Game Hall of Fame. I didn't know.
That is a thing.
You didn't know. We both are going to learn something today. So
well, now we know. No one's at the battle.
No one's at. That's exactly right. Ninja, how about you kick us off with some of these crazy movies you've been watching?
Okay, well, this one I wanted to watch. I seen it when I was a kid. 1990 Dick Tracy. PG, hour and 45 minutes, action comedy, and crime thriller.
Oh,
it's got Warren Beatty directs it and stars in it. He actually owns the rights, so that's why there's not a sequel to it.
Oh.
And dude, it's star-studded cast. You got Warren Beatty, Al Pacino. You have what is it? Dustin Hoffman from a lot of famous roles anyway. From Rain Man, I remember.
Okay.
So star-studded cast. This is when Madonna was trying to act and everything. So
there was a time period where she was doing that.
There was like this weird this time period that she was trying to act, or I think, or was that just a thing with musicians at that time? So, but yeah, it's based on a comic book series. You know, this is before the Marvel movies were the big blockbuster tentpole movies of the summer.
Definitely tent pole, yes.
Yes.
Not tent peg.
But yeah, we've got let's see what the general storyline here is. Just basically a comic book detective finds a corrupt city. He's trying to clean it up, and he's the man to do it.
It's done. It's like a film. Is it a film noir?
Yeah, it's very film noir. It's all matte paintings and stuff. It's all the back, kind of like the thing they do a lot of the matte paintings and stuff. No, almost no actual computer generated effects because of in the 1990s.
And why would you need it?
It actually reminds me of what is the Samuel L. Jackson movie, The Shadow? Not The Shadow. The one.
Oh shit! Is there nudity? Is there nudity in this movie?
It shouldn't be. It's PG. Let me see.
I'm just the thing is, I got
like scantily clad.
I got the trailer playing, and Madonna's walking out in like a thing, and it looks really blurry around the goods. If you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, gotcha.
The boobs. That's what I'm saying.
The mountains, the tracts of land.
Yeah, the huge tracts of land.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no nudity, but I'm telling you, it's blurry. Let me go back. Look right there.
What is this from Knocked Up? Where we have the website where you like go to that one key moment where you get.
I heard that's a real thing.
That's like the whole premise of that. Those his buddies to do that.
I heard that was a real thing, Mr. Skin.
It probably
or something?
is. They probably saw that movie and then made it. Like, yeah, that's a great idea. I think I'm gonna do that.
I'm pretty sure it was a thing before that movie.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm telling you. If you watch that trailer that's on the IMDb or the little footage that's on the IMDb page,
yeah, like link below type. Link below.
She's blurry, man.
Mm.
There's some level of nudity that Google thinks there's nudity.
I wonder if there's like a PG. This before like there was a PG-13. That's a good question. Because that's the show I keep putting on the back burner. When was that difference when it became PG and PG-13?
You're yeah, you're holding us all back. I wish you'd hurry up and do it.
But yeah, I actually bought this on DVD. This was one of the. I got my wife some stuff for Valentine's night. I've been wanting to rewatch this. So.
Ninja, what prompted you to buy this on DVD? Dick Tracy from 1990.
I watched it as a kid. I loved it. I have a special thing for I have like Spawn. I have like all the old comic book related movies, man. Even Super Mario Brothers, where John Leguizamo and what's his name had to get drunk
Bob Hoskins. Bob Hoskins?
Just to suffer through the filming of that movie.
That movie was horrible. That movie was just.
It was pretty, dude. I mean, that was a tough job, though. How do you translate plumbers that jump on creatures in a different world? And
you don't. You don't.
And there was actually like a live action show that is actually pretty cool. They have like guest stars and stuff. Probably get that on DVD at your local Walmart.
Your definition of pretty cool is very different from my definition of pretty cool. I've seen that show. It is whack.
Whack.
That's one with Captain Lou Albano, right?
Well, he's
That show's whack. All right, what do you give Dick Tracy?
It's kind of hasn't aged too well. I'll give it 6 out of 10 Tommy Guns.
Your scores make no sense to me. Can I analyze this for a second?
Okay.
You gave Die Hard, a movie you talk about pretty much every time I talk to you. You gave that a 9 out of 10. So that means it's not perfect, but it's really close. Like, it's really good, right?
Mm-hmm.
This movie you just said didn't age well. You gave it a 6 out of 10. What movie? I don't remember any time you've given a movie less than 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10, to me, signifies that it's average.
Okay. Well,
have you not seen a movie? Have you not seen a movie that you think is less than average?
Well, I don't review the crappy movies that are like 3s and 4s and 5s.
You don't review them?
This isn't the best of the worst, man. We aren't sitting around getting drunk watching the worst movies we possibly can, but viewers sending them in.
You bought Dick Tracy from 1990. It's got Madonna in it. Apparently nude Madonna.
It's got Al Pacino in it, Dustin Hoffman.
All right. You gave it a 6. This is exactly what IMDb has. All right. What's next? Major Pain?
Major Pain, 1995. Right. So go ahead.
Movie was crap. 6 out of 10. Go ahead.
It's PG-13. It's an hour and 35 minutes. Adventure, comedy, family. So it's a wholesome family film. A recently discharged major finds himself commanding a group of misfit cadets. So he basically didn't get promoted, so the Marine Corps kicks him out because they gave him a few times to get promoted. He's doesn't know how to adapt to the civilian world, so this position comes up, and he's pretty much really mean to these kids.
Oh my god,
man, it's funny.
Bam Bam Bigelow's in this movie.
Holy shit! Good call on that. He must be really young.
He was a wrestler. He died in like 2002?
Oh yeah, he is the biker that comes up and threatens him.
That is hilarious.
Wow, Bam Bam Bigelow. I have to tell the wife about that. She's a big wrestling fan.
Dang.
But yeah, it's got some funny quotes and stuff. It's crude humor and behavior. So.
Well, it's the Wayans family. You know how they are.
It's for like, what were they known for? Like they had in Living Color, they kind of cut their teeth on that, and they had White Chicks.
They had a ton. I mean, they did the first 2 Scary Movies. I don't know if they directed them, but they were the stars. So.
Yeah.
Well,
Scary Movies is like the end of all that parody stuff, like Naked Gun. Basically, no,
Scary Movie was the beginning of the new wave of them.
The new wave, yeah, the one that sucked. But anyway.
Ooh, yeah, they were bad. They had that
Airplane and like the Naked Gun series.
Those
were sincere and endearing.
Didn't they have that TV show?
For
the Wayans Bros. People. The Wayans Bros. It was a TV show they had.
I'm proud that I don't know that.
I don't know. It's pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. Definitely wasn't.
Is it skit comedy?
No, it was like a sitcom.
Oh, okay. It's like Martin.
Yeah, I think it was in
Wasn't
that
that
vein.
was it like around that Martin time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they still rerun Martin, dude.
Oh. Um, I don't think it was as good as Fresh Prince, but I don't know how many shows
Oh,
are.
what can dethrone Fresh Prince, man?
Not many.
God, that went for so long, dude.
That show was great.
Yeah, I like good guest stars too. They pretty much could have just got whatever guest star. Like, okay, can I be on it? Can I be on it?
You know, the key to making a TV show is you got to hit 100 episodes.
Is that like a formula somewhere? Is that like the crazy hot woman formula type thing?
No, no. The reason that if you can hit 100 episodes, you're eligible for syndication.
I did not know that. The more you know.
So if you can hit that, then they can keep replaying, and then you collect royalties.
Wow, yeah. Look at Seinfeld, dude. Seinfeld and Friends, man. See
Well,
that
they're
on
smart.
cable all the time too.
Exactly.
You're onto something there. But I mean, like I was talking to the wife, man. Everything's freaking what is it? Reality shows these days. Because it's just so much cheaper. You don't have to hire writers.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what's funny is that they all seem like they are written just poorly and acted poorly, and it doesn't even matter. It almost makes it better.
It almost makes it better.
Anyway, what else about Major Payne? What else you want to say about it? Is it funny?
It is funny. There's some good cheesy one-liners and stuff, like the little engine that could. About he's killed. He's like, there's nobody left to kill. He's killed them all. And
Man,
it's a redeeming story about.
I'm sorry. Was there a joke in there? Or was that like a serial killer writing in his diary?
Yeah. It's got dark. It's got a little bit of dark humor. Yeah.
Huh. All right. What do you give it? What's your score?
I'll give it 5 out of 10. It's not so harsh. 5 out of 10 push-ups.
It's okay. It seemed like you liked this movie more than you liked Dick Tracy. Just how you described it.
Okay.
Moving on. All right, The Lost Arcade, 2015.
This is Lost Arcade is a documentary, hour 19 minutes long.
That is short.
And, yes. It is on Amazon Prime Video. There are no actors really in it. The arcade is the actor. It's in the great city of New York.
Are you trying to say that the environment is the main character?
Yes, that's what I'm specifically trying to say.
Oh.
So yeah, for anybody that's been in New York, it talks about kind of the decline of arcades and this kind of endearing one. This one had like the chicken show where you challenged the chicken to tic-tac-toe and a dance-off. I did not know about this, that they had this in Chinatown.
It's new to me.
And there they had all these arcades in like the nice Manhattan area. I don't know if our viewers have been to New York, but it's the nice touristy part.
Yeah.
And this one was more in Chinatown, and there was a community there. Kind of a, gamers. We were community driven, and yeah. I mean, if for people that didn't really grow up and like the arcades were really part of their childhood or teens, we don't really have that anymore. I mean, hell, like me and the wife were at the local mall, and almost half the stores are closing because the malls are dying. It's not the 80s or 90s.
Yeah.
I remember all the 80s movies that were based in malls. There's that cheesy chopping mall that was on Red Letter Media that I love. That's based in there. The George Romero movie about consumerism. It was in a mall, but.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a sign of the times. But yeah, and there's like a fighting game community a little bit about that. I don't think they really like hit too much on Justin Wong. There's separate documentaries about that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they try to revitalize it. Somebody bought it out, and they mostly just trying to milk it for like the dance music stuff what kids are playing these days.
Oh, is that what's popular in arcades now?
I guess in that area, it might just be because the Asian community likes dance games. So it is in Chinatown, so.
That's true.
Yeah, it looks like most of their clientele is of Asian descent because they said like back in the day they like I guess the Asian gangs would they they would either pick your pocket, you could either let it happen or get jumped or whatever and fight. So great neighborhood. So
Yikes! Cut me out.
Yeah, no, right. But yeah, it's short. It's endearing. It's to the point, man. So if you're ever in New York, I wonder if it's still in New York since this was 4 years ago now.
Sounds like I would stay away, Ninja. Sounds like people are getting jumped.
I want to get murdered. Like that's a great New York experience, right? I got stabbed.
Yeah, stabbed in Chinatown, watching somebody play DDR.
Yeah, that actually probably sums up. You actually did a better review than me. Go to the arcade and get stabbed.
Yeah. All right, what do you give The Lost Arcade?
I'll give it 5.5 out of
oh my god.
Dance DDR beat music.
Your scores are so random. I have no idea how you're rating them.
Next. All right, what everybody tuned in for the latest and greatest.
Captain Marvel. Carol Danvers becomes one of the universe's most powerful heroes when Earth is caught in the middle of a galactic war between two alien races.
That they are.
Brie Larson, Samuel L. Jackson, and Ben Mendelsohn.
And it's PG-13. 2 hours and 3 minutes, so it's not like Infinity Wars and Aquaman long, but it's at that 2 hour mark. Yes, there was like a lot of controversy, right? We talked about this in the last podcast.
Yeah.
Everything like that. I think that was kind of made up for just kind of a mediocre Marvel movie. It's not the best one they've made so far.
100% agree.
Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to I didn't get too much feedback to it. I watched it, and then after that, kind of saw everybody else's reviews, and agreed on some parts and disagreed on some.
I didn't give two shits about that cat.
I don't know what was up with the cat. I don't know Captain Marvel that much.
But people were like,
that was the running joke.
The cat's the star of the show. We love the
It was very Men in Black, like with that. Have you seen the Men in Black where the cat has like a whole universe on their collar? But yeah, I think this one reviewer, I kind of agree. Great tagline, Captain Mediocre. So. This is my perspective. The Air Force has took this movie and ran with it, as we had women's history empowerment month and stuff. She's an Air Force pilot. They just went to town on this. This is almost as bad as like when Top Gun came out. There was Navy recruitment was like sky high through the roof. So
you guys getting a lot of female fighter pilots pretty soon?
I guess I'm not. That's not really my field, but the Air Force they've got commercials and stuff linked to this. So yeah, I think the military is hurting in general, man, because of the economy. But that's.
Do you think this is like an insidious plan?
Holy shit! Do you think this is like a backroom deal with the military? Like,
whoa! What did we stumble upon?
Oh no! Cut the video! Cut the video! I'm not getting assassinated. I'm covering my window.
Yeah, we're about to get shot.
We've found out. We've looked behind the curtain.
Yeah.
What
do you think about Brie Larson? What do you think about Captain Marvel, the girl?
She's hot. She's cold. She's yes. She's no. It's a mixed performance, man. It's like
I hear you.
Like I haven't really seen her in much else. Like who? Like she's a blonde.
I haven't seen her in a damn thing. She looks like a generic.
But yeah, I was gonna say I think
actress.
she is from like California. She's just like the generic blonde Cali girl and stuff. It was really weird seeing Samuel L. Jackson and Clark Gray, the agent guy that's in all the Marvel movies. Them like that aging, making them look younger. That was really weird.
I thought it was phenomenal. I thought it was absolutely phenomenal.
It was just unusual to see Samuel L. Jackson because he's been like the same age for so long. Because black don't crack, so
I don't.
But yeah. Oh, she was in the room. That's what it is. I'm trying to look at.
Yeah, I knew that, but I've never seen
it. Kong. Okay.
Oh, she was in Kong? Oh, she
Yeah, the Kong
was.
movie. Yeah,
She was in
yeah.
that movie. Oh, okay.
Well,
I was half asleep when I was
no
watching.
one's really paying attention, dude, to her.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Because John C. Riley's in it, dude.
He stole that show.
Yeah, they're like John C. You got Tom Hiddleston, Samuel L. Jackson. Like, you got some. Nah, she's overshadowed in that movie.
It's true.
Yeah, and then oh yeah, Jude Law's in here too. I wonder how his career's doing.
Pretty well. He's in a Marvel movie. Probably
I
making
know, right?
Disney money
Like,
now.
is that another like punch on the punch the ticket type thing?
Ben Mendelsohn was my favorite character
Really?
by far.
Ben Mendelsohn. All right.
And he played the green alien guy.
Oh, this is the guy that, dude, he's always the villain, dude. Ready Player One, my son's favorite movie of last year. He's the Star Wars villain guy that you gave me a hard time about.
Star Wars
he's just the
villain?
villain. He's just the villain. He's on Rogue One. He comes to pick up the scientist. What's her name's father to complete the Death Star.
Really, Ben Mendelsohn?
He's like in white. He's like he walks he walks an unnecessary amount of feet.
Yeah. Just like
many YouTubers have picked apart. I think even the Honest Trailer guys and the How I Should Have Ended did it. But yeah, he's in Ready Player One. He's always a bad guy. I've never seen this guy, dude. In the shitty Robin Hood movie, he's the bad guy in that. Like, talk about typecasted, man.
He was phenomenal. His delivery was so dry.
He is very dry.
And when he kind of turned, I mean, obviously semi spoilers here, but who gives a shit? When he turned and became like more of an endearing character, his delivery was so dry and funny. It was amazing. He like every scene that he was in just completely stole it. Just forget the cat. If you haven't seen it for some reason, you're gonna hear a lot about a cat. Just forget that stupid cat.
Yeah, it's
There's
some kind
nothing.
of species or something. It's not even a cat. Like,
that's the joke. It's like, who cares? But the Samuel L. Jackson was pretty good. He was pretty much what you'd expect.
Like, Samuel L. Jackson was terrible. Like,
you never hear that.
Yeah.
Where does this put? Where do you rank this in like all the Marvel movies?
Pretty low, man. Like, pretty low for. I mean, Ant-Man I love Ant-Man. I love like that heist type thing, and then Wasp was kind of a weaker one.
This I've heard this one a lot, which I do agree with. Is that this felt like the phase
it seems
one
unnecessary, like some kind of bridging to get to another story that's better.
It kind of felt like the phase one movies where they weren't really sure what they were doing quite yet, and so you get like the first Thor. The first Hulk movie.
Yeah, the Thors are really weak. The earlier Thors are really weak. I know everybody loves Ragnarok. That's because they made a lot of changes, though, too.
Yeah.
And they have Jeff Goldblum in it, though.
Yeah, this one felt like they're... I don't know if they were trying too much or they just didn't know what they were doing.
No, I don't feel like they were trying at all.
Oh, the ending, man. She is like... They made her seem pretty darn overpowered.
It feels like there's not very good writing. Like,
her delivery
there's some '90s nostalgia. Hey, remember Blockbuster? Remember No Doubt?
Dude, okay, you saw this in the theaters, right?
Yeah, I went and saw it.
Did you hear people talk about that in the theater?
No, we were actually spread apart. We saw it on a very unbusy day.
Oh, no. You had a little intimate viewing, huh?
Yeah,
I saw it, and I'm freaking sitting there, and then some douche, of course, behind me goes, "Oh, I remember Blockbuster."
I remember Blockbuster. It's like it's a veteran or something.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You remember Blockbuster when we stormed that hill to get?
He's got his T-shirt that says "I lived through Blockbuster."
God, why can we get some those printed at like Yeti.com or one of those custom print shops?
Absolutely, I can make them and sell them.
Sell them, stamp them, put them on a lunchbox.
Yeah. Overall, this movie wasn't. I don't hate it. I didn't hate the movie. It certainly wasn't good.
I took a bathroom break in between this movie, and didn't worry about it.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't. She was pretty bad, but I was never bored. Personally, It didn't feel like a 2-hour movie. It zipped right through for me. I don't know if I'm gonna give it a star review. I'd probably give it. I'd give it like a 5, just because I wasn't bored. But everything, like a lot of things about it, I think were pretty bad.
I'll agree with that because like it didn't reach. It wasn't the standard Marvel. Like it didn't reach the high Marvel standards.
Yeah.
That got Guardian of the Galaxy did, Infinity Wars. Yeah. So hopefully, I'm looking forward to Shazam. I want the humor.
You know what I'm the most disappointed in though?
What is that?
The only reason I saw this movie was because I was bored and I thought it was going to have an impact on Infinity War and that I would learn something. I don't think I learned anything.
You learned nothing.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like, okay, now when I go see Endgame, I'll understand what's going on here.
Were you looking for like the cliff notes of Endgame?
Yeah, well, not the cliff notes of Endgame, but like, obviously she's going to appear in it. You know, I was like, maybe I'll know some things about her that are valuable, or that get some hints about it. And there was nothing. At least I don't think. Just didn't seem like there was anything worth seeing. So, if that's why you're gonna go see it, don't even bother.
Yeah, it feels like you can kind of skip past and just see that because people really are gonna go see the follow up, the end game, the follow up to.
Oh hell yeah!
Because it made so much money.
It's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to it a lot, and I'm not a comic book guy, but I think that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be an event. What do you think about Shazam coming up though?
I don't know. Probably won't see it.
Well, I'll see it for you then.
There you go. Review it. Tell me how
I'm curious to see if like going the humor route and is gonna pay more for move the ball more forward down the lane there.
We'll see. All right, man. You know, before we did this podcast, you said you were an expert on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, you know what? Although I didn't have my Shamrock Shake, can I go get it now?
Yeah, go for it.
I don't know how long do they have to use it all up or what?
No
send
idea.
it back to the factory.
All right, this quiz comes from fastweb.com.
Well, we ran out of Red Bull sponsorship.
St. Patrick's Day quiz. Yeah, Red Bull doesn't pay us anymore, so fuck them. We're moving on. You ready?
Oh yeah, dude. I'm ready.
All right, number 1. Okay. What nationality was St. Patrick? Scottish, British, Irish, or German?
That's a good one. I'm gonna go Irish.
Incorrect. Scottish.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I think my people are gonna disown me now.
Are you Irish?
No, I'm Scottish.
Oh, shame. All right, number 2. What was St. Patrick's given birth name? Henry O'Malley, Maewyn Succat, Patrick O'Reilly, or Gabriel McSweeney?
I really want it to be Patrick O'Reilly's Auto Parts. Hold on, please. Yeah, I'll go with Patrick O'Reilly.
I think I know this one. I did a little reading.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Would you have like a book report or something?
Maewyn Succat. Yeah, it's a 5-paragraph essay I had to turn in.
Yeah, like apparently I have a degree in St. Patrick.
And yeah, I can see it. They're like, we've brought in our St. Patrick's Day experts, aka virgins.
These new degrees, man, like the philosophy degree of being unemployed.
Yeah. All right, number 3. People traditionally wear green on St. Patrick's Day to avoid what? Getting kissed, getting pinched, people not knowing they're Irish, or 1-year bad luck.
I'm gonna do the pinch thing, and I know that from my wife because she made sure she wore green.
You are correct. Number 4. According to myth, when is the best time to sneak up on a leprechaun? When he's eating? This is racist. When he's counting gold? When he's mending his shoes? Or when he's taking a nap?
All I thought about was Warwick Davis in that horrible Leprechaun movie series. Counting his gold, I guess?
Yes, I think it is. Yeah.
Well, because in the movie,
no,
his whole
apparently
weakness is counting. He has to count like something.
It's not. It's while he's mending his shoes.
Mending his shoes.
Man, how often do
Wow.
people mend their shoes? You gotta be really lucky to sneak up on a leprechaun. I guess that's the point, right?
Constantly mending my shoes.
Yeah.
I guess they didn't have shoe standards back then, or.
I guess. All right, number 5. Which of these colors was originally associated with St. Patrick's Day? I know the answer to this one too. Blue, white, orange, or green?
I'm gonna go with green.
The answer is blue.
What?
Yeah, it was originally blue.
I'm getting my Scottish card taken away today.
Absolutely, it's revoked.
They're like, what's that knock at the door? What? Scottish police.
All right, number 6. How many pints of Guinness are consumed worldwide on St. Patrick's Day? 1 million, 1 billion, 6 million, or 13 million?
I don't care if it's wrong or not. I just want to say 1 billion.
Oh, from Austin Powers?
Yes.
It's 13 million.
13 million. Can that? I wonder if what that could fill up. I just want to see that visually. 13 million pints.
Fill up a lot. Okay, number 7. What did St. Patrick believe a shamrock represented? The Holy Trinity, good fortune, good luck, or nature? I know this one.
Oh my god. I'll go out the Holy Trinity.
You're correct.
Ah.
I already knew that without even clicking on it. I did my research. All right, number 8. Which of the following colors are in the Irish flag? White, green, and yellow. Green, white, and orange. Yellow, orange, and white. Or green, yellow, and orange.
Green, white, and orange.
You are correct.
The McConnor, whatever, the MMA fighter has it.
Oh.
To fight. Yeah, that's how I knew that.
Man, bad. Southpaw, how's it going, dude? Number 9. Which U.S. city dyes its river green annually to celebrate St. Patrick's Day? I know this one. Detroit, New York City, Boston, or Chicago?
Okay, it's in between Boston or Chicago. God, it's a tough one. Chicago?
You're right.
Oh man, kind of wanted Boston because of the.
It makes sense.
It seems very Irishy, Scottishy place.
Yeah, it's been a while, Southpaw. Number 10. Myth says that if a human catches a leprechaun, he has the ability to do what in turn for his release? Grant 3 wishes, give you his shoes, reveal the secret to life, or lead you to his gold?
I'm gonna go with lead. It's all great answers, but I'm gonna go lead to the gold.
Why would you want his shoes? He's a tiny leprechaun.
I don't know. There's some shoe fetish stuff going on in this lore.
There is. You said lead you to his gold?
Yeah, that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
You are incorrect. It's grant 3 wishes.
Jeez, what? That's more of a genie thing. Were they?
That's what I thought.
I'm pretty sure I failed this quiz, man.
You got 4 out of 10, 40%. Your knowledge is worth a pot of gold, is what this says. It's awfully generous. I would say something a little worse. Your Irish card is revoked.
Well, it's technically Scottish, but.
Oh yeah, you're Scottish. Well, yeah, then you're okay. You don't have to know this. You're Scottish. All right, you ready for some gaming news?
Oh yeah, man. Let's get it going.
All right, I got an article from The Verge here, but you can kind of ignore it. I just wanted the visual. Google announced its new gaming platform called Stadia, which is the plural of stadium. We found that out earlier. It's pretty brilliant. It's not a console, as used to happen. It's basically an app, just like Microsoft is pretty much doing. And they're going to announce more of it at E3. And you just have it on either a Google streaming device or your computer or wherever. And it processes games from a cloud. And they, of course, if anyone's going to do it, it's Google because they've got all the computing power.
Yeah, infrastructure.
Yeah. And you can play any game from the cloud and on any device.
Nice.
Even has a little controller. Looks pretty sweet. And the controller also hooks up to like the internet. You can YouTube stuff like strategies or whatever.
What's the bandwidth requirement for this though?
Mm,
Does it have the technical specification?
not yet, but it's definitely going to be broadband.
Okay.
Definitely. It's no news yet on the price, if there even really is a price except for the controller. I was looking up that, and I was looking up release dates, and I couldn't really find any. I didn't look that long though, so there's probably something out there. But it looks pretty awesome. Apparently, it played Assassin's Creed Odyssey pretty well. And this is definitely the future of gaming. This also brings in an interesting conversation about what's happening with physical media. Because obviously for this, there is no physical media. And
is that why you're giving me a hard time about actually buying a DVD on physical media?
No, I just think buying any DVD is insane. Although I say that
box art to it. There's box art to it and things like.
Oh my god, box
art. The internet goes out, you can watch it.
When's your internet going out?
Or you go to like a timeshare where you don't have very good internet or something.
That's all gonna change in the future. That's going away. There's gonna be internet everywhere, flying around in circles. Google's already doing that, you know.
What, they have like drones that have Wi-Fi built into them that were peppering. You know, there's like big open states that don't have the high pop, like Montana, Wyoming. It's not profitable for them to have these huge infrastructures.
Yeah, but they're kind of primed for like a big apocalypse or something, right? Where they just kind of go away for a while.
Yeah.
Forever.
Sure.
They've got like 8 people that live there. They're not important. When you're looking
Joe
at
Rogan liked it.
Joe Rogan would not leave California. He would not move there.
He loved it in Montana. One of his shows, he talks about how much he loved it in Montana.
Then why doesn't he live there?
It's a good question. You probably had lunch with him next week.
No, it's fun to be there for like hunting and being there for a second, but you don't want to live there. There's nothing there. If you wanted to live there, you could. But yeah, there's a lot going around about this kind of marking the end of physical media, which I totally agree with and I'm completely for.
Is this the end of the console wars? I mean, like, isn't that?
It could be.
Or is that?
I don't think so. That might. Why do you think that?
Well, I mean, if you can just play it on this platform and not have like the PlayStation 3 and 4 and 4.5 and all these iterations, like, because I mean, what's the selling point of getting the newest, latest, greatest if you can just play it on this device?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a console gamer, so I'm really kind of like asking you as the subject matter expert.
It's interesting. It's an interesting idea. It's possibly the end of a quote-unquote console war. I think one facet of the console war was always the hardware. But the other part of it, and I think that part probably, yes, is going away. It's a good point. I would wager that the next part of it is branding and how companies handle that. So Sony has a lot of exclusives. How does that get handled now? Like, is everything just an app? Probably. I guess. Right?
Well, I mean, you say Sony, but Xbox or whatever, Microsoft, they have some exclusives too, man.
Nah, they're tossing them. They're moving them over to Nintendo.
Really?
A whole bunch of them, yeah. They're in Halo Master Chief Collection.
The Gears and Halo come to mind.
Well, Master Chief Collection just went to Steam.
Sweet.
Yeah, we should actually be playing that. But
we should be doing that. Yeah, I gotta relog into my Steam password after travel.
But yeah, they're giving up on all that. They're just turning into an app, basically. So it's a big question about what's going to happen with the next generation. If there's even a need for, I mean, I don't know if physical media is going away already. I mean, it's still kind of prevalent now. It's certainly not what it was 10 years ago.
I mean, there's GameStops filled with it. I mean, there's not much like PC wise. Why would you go to the store to get anything PC related?
Yeah, and that's been that way for like forever, right?
Yeah, it has been for a while. Yeah.
Oh man, this is And even the games that you buy physical. Now, you said you're not really into consoles much right now. Here's a little window into it. Most of the games that you buy physical, you put the disc in and then it downloads like the entire game.
Yeah, yeah. I
From
mean,
the
even
internet.
like I
From the
remember
internet.
buying people give me a hard time about buying the physical copy of League when it had a retail copy of it. But you just download it, yeah.
So really, even the physical games that most of the time people get aren't really the game. Like they're still getting a digital copy. It's just that it happens to be on a CD or a Blu-ray.
Gotcha.
So the whole idea of that is kind of weird. I guess Switch is the only exception. And they still do patching, but they have the
Yeah,
little
because
cartridges.
like they don't put like a fully functional game out anymore. It almost always needs some kind of patch,
Yeah.
update or fix.
Yeah, so that concept is kind of outdated. So that's a really good question about what that means for the console war. I don't know. I don't know. I think there's just gonna be apps that you download and you say I have a PlayStation app and then it has some games that PlayStation has.
Huh.
That's all I can think of. It's crazy.
I don't know, man. That's like the industry that's like the oil industry and these electric cars that Musk is trying to do, and I think some people are gonna get assassinated.
Those are freaking awesome. All right, and our last news story, both of us are learning something. Apparently, there's a World Video Game Hall of Fame, and they recently announced their 2019 finalists. You ready to hear them?
Oh, sure, yeah, yeah.
All right, the year's finalists, I guess these are all being inducted this year, are Candy Crush, Centipede, Colossal Cave Adventure. I've never heard of that. Dance Dance Revolution, Half-Life, Microsoft Windows Solitaire, Mortal Kombat,
Classic.
Myst, NBA 2K, Sid Meier's Civilization, Super Mario Kart, and Super Smash Bros. Melee.
I played most of those. Yeah, those are.
They'll be inducted on May 2nd. I had no idea there was a Video Game Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I thought it was players of old arcade games or something that had like high scores.
That's what I thought going into it, and then I was shocked to just see these.
No, I mean look at
games.
look at like Half-Life, the games that spawned, and like all the Mortal Kombat sequels and stuff. And how many? I want to know what's the numbers of how many people have played that like Microsoft Solitaire, dude.
Everybody over the age of 50.
Everyone, because it came with the computer, so it came with OS.
Yeah, I used to play it.
So Candy Crush, can't believe that.
What?
Candy, those
definitely
those money grab games, man.
It's part of history, dude.
Those dopamine games, man.
It's part of history. You can't deny that. Makes sense.
This is true, yeah. I mean, like, what was it? Then they referenced it in the latest Wreck-It Ralph Wrecks the Internet. Those app games.
Yeah.
Don't require skills.
Well, you got anything else, Ninja?
No, that's it.
All right, man. That's all I got. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you guys next time when we discuss newer news. And maybe see newer movies. I don't know. When again is it? It's like April 12th or something when Endgame comes out.
That's a good call. Let me see. I took it on IMDb. When's Endgame release? I know Shazam, I think, comes out before it. Game release date. A second. April 26, 2019.
Okay. We got a little bit.
Shazam is the 5th of April, and then we got Spider-Man Homecoming in July.
Okay. There you go.
Or Far From Home, which is the sequel to Homecoming.
Gotcha. Oh, that one's got what's his face in it. They plays a.
The bad guy.
He's like a special effects guy, right?
Yeah, yeah, Mysterio.
Yeah.
Mysterio, yeah, Nightcrawler guy. Yeah, I was thinking about the other day when I was getting gas, man, that line where he's. Have you seen Nightcrawler?
Yeah.
Dude, with that line where he's like dripping gas on it as a Corvette or something. It's like no, it's not a Corvette, it's a Camaro and stuff. That always think of that line when I'm getting fuel. Make sure I don't drip it on the car. It's a great dude. That's a great movie. That's a great role he's in. He's super creepy in that.
Yeah, that was a good one. All right then. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.